Hello everyone and welcome back to the High School Sports Beat brought to you by Alfred State College. I'm Dave Yates. It's time now for the Dunkin High School Notebook brought to you by Dunkin. America runs on Dunkin. And as always, we're joined by Paul Gotham from PickinSplinters.com. And Paul, things heating up weather-wise, things heating up around here baseball-wise too. What's on the site now?
Well, we got coverage of the hottest team in the International League, the Rochester Red Wings, winning 12 of 13 games. We'll also, throughout the summer, have American Legion baseball coverage, Interstate Collegiate Baseball League coverage, and we'll keep you up to speed with all the college commitments and signings of our local players.
Well, Paul, obviously the big story from the past weekend, the high school baseball championships down in Binghamton. Talk about what you saw.
Well, first of all, it was great to see Section 5 continue the streak. We've now won a state title 3 consecutive years. Livonia, Avon, and now the McQuaid Jesuit Knights, and doing it in style. It's Hunter Walsh. The conversation is going to be Hunter Walsh for a long time, but to pitch a no-hitter in a state title game is pretty impressive. It will certainly, that will stand the test of time as far as one of the best performances we've seen. To say no-hitter, though, is one thing, but then when you start breaking it down, you start looking at the numbers. Hunter threw 70 pitches, and for those of us who are sitting back there, he didn't throw more than, he only threw double-digit pitches in 2 innings. He only went full count to 1 batter. He threw first pitch strikes to 17 of the 22 batters he faced. The only batter to reach on him was a 1-out walk in the 6th inning. Again, that was a full count pitch, and it really, the difference between him throwing a perfect game and not throwing a perfect game is about that much, because that's how far he was off the plate. And we're talking about a kid, Hunter Walsh, who doesn't throw much more than 82, 84 miles per hour. So it's not like he's sitting on the top of the mound and just, throwing it down the guts to everybody. He's a pitcher's pitcher, and he's able to get the outside part of the plate. He's able to spot it up really nicely. But the thing is, he could spot it up to right-handers, he could spot it up to left-handers, and not a lot of high school kids can do that.
It's kind of surprising, to hear that's their first state championship. And with the history of McQuaid baseball, the tradition there, and how good they've been in so many other years, that this is their first, that's kind of surprising, I think.
Yeah, and it was, fourth-year coach Tony Fuller, a touching moment after the game, everything that's going on, all the excitement, and he did credit the late Coach Fennell for everything that he has done. So that was really, it is amazing, because Bill Bowe had some great teams back in the early 2000s, mid-2000s there. So McQuaid has certainly had their guys over the years. It shows you how difficult it is to win a state title, which makes it all the more impressive that Victor has done it 3 times this century, Yeah,
it really is. Getting back to that pitching performance, he's not dominant. He wasn't dominant. He was just, like you said, he kept them off balance, and to get up on a batter like that it makes a huge difference in that at bat, because all of a sudden you've got that guy in a hole and he's just trying to scramble to stay alive.
Sure, and here's a kid who, everybody was saying Tony Fuller was making a mistake by not pitching him in the semifinals. He didn't have a choice. Earlier in the week, Hunter's arm was so stiff and so sore that he could not throw a ball on Monday and Tuesday. On Friday, he could not throw in a game. I guess they did some deep tissue massage with him on Friday night and did a lot of work during the Billy Hayen has videos of him, the coaches loosening up his arms between innings, or loosening up his throwing arm between innings and making that work. And this is, it'll be nice to see 5-10 years from now how we're talking about this performance, because it was really impressive.
All right, great stuff, Paul. As always, been a great year. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you next year. We're back with more of the High School Sports Beat brought to you by Alfred State College right after this.